So we picked up where we left off, where the Rocks Pirates are on a heist, getting money, the cheddar, the guap, all that good jazz. While on their way running, Ochoku or Wang Ji got a call from either I think Whitebeard or Kaido saying that they're still down there. Hearing that, he calls out for Shiki. Shiki in response saying that he forgot about them, knowing damn well he didn't. He just wanted to blow them up so that the less people on the Rocks Pirate equals a bigger cut. The King of the Kingdoms that the Rock Pirates are taking away their shit asks if the army are close by. Knowing that they're almost there, they have to pretty much buy a lot of time, which hence spring up the little gate shit to close them in. Still seeing Big Mom taking notice of that. Big Mom was ready to bust them through. That is until a whole earthquake submerges and pretty much the whole seas and island start shaking. We already know who that is. Kaido take notice of that and is actually very jealous the fact that he couldn't do it himself, because this is during the time where they're not in God Valley, which means that they don't have the dragon fruit for Kaido. In response, Whitebeard said, if you're looking for a power, look wisely, because the one that you pick, once you eat it, it's going to be there for the rest of your life. While they're talking, Kyo, aka Silver Axe, is pissed off and who the hell ditched them like that. And then in the midst of it, you see this fucking troll Shiki levitate upwards. Shiki playing it off as if like he cares or not, trying to make up excuses, but Silver Axe wasn't trying to hear that, so they start getting squabbling. Incoming Rocks out of nowhere, trying to figure out like if the treasure is even okay, because that's the only thing he gives a fuck about. But in the midst of all that, John tells him to look to a shore. That's where you see all the Navy battleships coming in. Basically, they wasted all their time doing this extra shit. It gives the navies enough time to enter in. And because of that, they don't have that much time left to try to sail away. So Rocks decided it's just time to fight. As he does that, Rocks Pirates in general made a name for themselves. Within a span of 2 years, 16 documents raised, 76 sunken ships, so on and so forth. Basically, Rocks has been going at on a high pedestal for those past 2 years. To the point where even though, despite the fact that Goldie Roger, which is like the future king of the Pirates of the Sea, during this specific time, it would not be surprising to say that this was the era of Rocks. Segueing off of that, we now segue to Inishi of the New World, where King Harold is talking to somebody of the world government. An agent from the world government is telling King Harold and his people to leave the fuck up, to leave this place at once, mainly because somebody who is not affiliation of the world government should not stick his nose into humans' business. Harold reasonably pissed off because these same people is what give aid to Elbaf. They gave them food, they let them survive the famine, pretty much seek aid to Elbaf when they were at dire needs. The agent, knowing that Elbaf is almost under the consideration of becoming a member nation, pretty much used this as a blackmail to pretty much sticking into the business of human. Feeling pretty confident, he shot one of the innocent people who helped Harold's kingdom. Harold, being pissed off, lunges directly at the ship and ready to take that shit out. Later at Ida's Tavern, Rocks and Harold are having a conversation when it comes to the world government, whether if King Harold should have their nature under the world government, or Xebec is trying to have them as an army for the Rocks Pirates. And as we can see, Harold shaved his head off because he thinks that it is good fortune, a part of his culture, I'm assuming. Xebec laughed as Harold noticed, or he not hinted out, but he basically noted the fact that Garp laughed at him for doing that shit too. Harold noted that some of the giants from Elbaf has already been ties with the world government. One of them that we know from back in the from the War Summit arc, John Giant. Using the giant's boundless strength can make a huge, terrifying difference and make it also a big advantage for the world government. Xebec asked Ida to talk some sense into Loki, as she said that she wished she could, but it's more something like Harold needs to kind of do that. Segueing, we're now into the Navy HQ, where we have some people inside talking about whether if the giants can coexist amongst with humans. And in this building, we have four major people. So we have Vice Admiral Garp, Luffy's grandfather, Vice Admiral Sengoku, Vice Admiral Suru, and at this current time, Kong was the admiral in this current time. While Garp wants them to join, Sengoku highlights that Harold is an honest man who just tried to learn the history of Change of Elbaf. Otsuru mentioned that he also has been scouted out talking to rocks. Kong acknowledging that they all have good points. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, despite the fact that they're trying to change, you cannot overlook their overly violent track records in nature. Garp doesn't give a fuck because strength is the one thing he was after. And in thinking like that, making Elbaf a member nation already would have been one of the things he would have did if he was admiral or anybody higher. 42 years ago in Hachinosu, they have a huge big news where Shakuyaku has quit being the captain of the Kuja Pirates. All the Sim pirates are completely distraught and devastated, realizing that they pretty much wasted their youth and chance with a woman they'll never be with. Gloriosa reading the news, trying to figure out why the hell she just quit, because she don't think that she has love sickness and not really thinking that she needs to have Roger. Big Mom's side comments in a whole love situation, but Gloriosa clapped back saying that she doesn't know anything about love because she be popping out kids like it's a fucking popcorn or some shit. Also in this panel, we saw the triplets. We see Katakuri up top here. We see my boy Oven and Daifuku. So they were here current time Prima Rocks. Meanwhile, those two are having their conversation. Stussy is just thinking to herself that Newgate was never the type of person to have eyes on Shakuyaku because she thinks that he has eyes on her. Whitebeard disagreed because he never really gave a fuck about Stussy. Stussy mad as fuck and beginning to antagonize him. But from a distance, you see the Kuja Pirates captain, the Kuja Pirates ship traveling to Hachinosu. And out come walking down is Shakuyaku, and all the Sims are glazing the fuck out of him. The reason why she's here is that even though she quit, despite the fact that she quit, she's still a pirate. So her track record will remain to be permanent to the world government, regardless whether she quit being a pirate or not. So she's just going to be here just to chill for a bit. She asks if that's a problem. Obviously the Sims are like no, and in doing so, without she even saying anything else after that, immediately tried to clean this place up to her liking. Rocks and the Rocks pirates come in hearing all this racket, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, and Rocks find out that Shakuyaku is here. As for what he see is a Shakuyaku who changed her outfit and built her very first bar place. So she's just here to just give off drinks and liquor and whatever the fuck. And everybody from the Rocks Pirate, at least from the men's section, are gooning hard as hell. I'm talking about they have no problem in open arms trying to help her around the fucking bartender place. Meanwhile, inside the building of Mary Joyce, we have the 5 elders talking to King Harold, where they're willing to let Elbaf become a nation under the world government. He just has to do one thing, and that is to kill Rocks. And that is it for the chapter. I personally give this a 9.5 to a 10 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the review I made. Make sure you follow, share, repost, and I'll catch y'all next time with some more content. Peace.